Well, what I like about the WebMBA program is the flexibility that it gives me as a professional and as a wife and a mother. I can not only be at home physically and participate in conversations with my family, but I can also work and maintain my schedule. So it's very flexible.
Well, it certainly played off for me. When I started it, I was unemployed, so cost was a big factor for me when I was looking around. But I knew that I'd be getting a job, or had hoped, and that my life was going to change dramatically, and I needed a program that would let that work. And so in this case, as soon as I got my job, here I was commuting between San Francisco, Chicago, New York, and Atlanta, and there isn't any other course I could have taken that would have enabled me to do that.
Yeah. For me also, I needed the flexibility as well. I'm living on the other side of the world in Switzerland, and so having that flexibility was paramount for scheduling reasons, so I could do my work at nighttime while I'm still keeping a day job.
Yeah, that's true. I like the online learning environment because you can do your coursework anytime you have time. You can do it at ungodly hours. You can do it in the middle of the day. You can do it whenever you feel like it. And that suits my learning style. You know what I mean? And I love it.
I think when one of our team members had said, you can meet as often or as little as you'd like to. Yeah, and I think that was one of the key things there. I was very excited about the teamwork that we've been able to work through in the program. It's been very challenging, so it's nice to have some people that are very good at one area where, if you're good at marketing, or if you're good at engineering, or if you're good at IT, you can blend those together to come out with a positive grade, a positive work effort.
Yeah, I think the teamwork is the best part of this program, because we're working in business. We have to lead teams and work in teams, and one of the things we've done is we form a team from scratch. We have to get to know each other, lay down ground rules, and it's been great. We've even on our team assigned the leadership roles for various classes. Part of that is for the development of the individual members. And it's not a requirement of the program, but we saw that as a tool to get more out of it. And so it may push out of the comfort zone, but everybody has stepped up and done a great job so far.
I think also that when you look at the quality of students that you have coming through, you have PhDs, you have people with masters in statistics, you have directors, you have senior managers. The levels, it's much higher than I was expecting. I think I was expecting a lot of younger students, but we have you have a complete, just a kind of a kludge of all different age groups and all different backgrounds that help work with you. I think that in some of my classes, I've learned from Jim because of his accounting background. So I think that's been critical to my success, because not only can you learn from the instructor, you can learn from fellow students who are really good in certain areas.
Right. One of my teammates has a PhD, and what we do is we take a leadership role for the entire semester. So I just finished leading our last semester, and it just allows everybody to take a turn in a leadership role. We thought about doing it on a project by project basis, or splitting up by class, but we just decided to do it as for the entire semester, so that each person could take a turn in a leadership position.
And over the course of different projects.
Right.
And one thing that I can say from the teamwork perspective is that I've learned how to be a follower as well as a leader, because I tend to be type A and more of a leader in my work life, but then I also get to be a follower and collaborator, and I've learned so many new technologies and how to depend on other people and how to have them depend on you, and it's just been wonderful for that.
I think that was great. I remember when we did one of our courses, we talked about learning to be an active listener, and I didn't realize how poor of a listener that I was. And so that was very eye-opening to me. I thought I was pretty good in that area, but you can always learn more in those certain areas.
What we have with our team, we have a very diverse group of people, not just from a title standpoint, but we have multiple industries. I work in pharma. We have another person who works in marketing for medical devices, a person who handles accounting for medical college, and another person who works with sewage works and a public works capacity. And having that mix of people actually, and when you're working with projects, it comes up with very, very interesting solutions to problems.
Well, it does. One of the great things about that is on everybody I've met in the program, these are all top performers anyway. So in spite of the diversity, if they're in this program, they're going to be a top performer to begin with. And so that we have the diversity of backgrounds, degrees, educations, work focus, but they bring it together so that as a team, we're learning from each other all the time. And that's been a great, that's the one thing I think was one of the highlights of this program. I had no idea that the team environment would actually be as good as it is. Because I think in the earlier grades, you run into the teams where someone slacks or doesn't work. And I have not heard of that in this program.